A prologue that's like heroin.
Ooh, Yaoi review.
Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today I'm going to talk to you about Ephemeral Chapter 1 Prologue by Shin and June. This is rated 18+. Now, there isn't anything for me to read in the back of this, because this is just a prologue, but I will give you guys my opinion on it. To summarize the work, roughly what happens in this is we get greeted by a nightmare that happens, along with a few twisty plot hole kind of things. Like, the main character, he is a prostitute. And the other one, there's two main characters, they're twins. One's a prostitute, the other one is supposedly a prostitute, but it seems more like he's kind of a bouncer, sort of guard kind of personality. And they go to a really expensive private school, and that's why they sell themselves in order to pay for the private school, or to have fun. So that is kind of the premise we get in this. We also get some more of loophole-y sort of things where it turns out the dreams may actually be a form of reality. And the character, I think his name is Shin, is actually, his dreams are reality, and he is doing these horrific things that he's dreaming about. We get greeted realistically with that nightmare of him. I think he is jumping off of a building roof and committing suicide is what I think is happening. Let me double check really fast. And it hooks you from that moment on. He jumps from a rooftop and he wakes up and it's a horrific nightmare. And it steamrolls you through a very dramatic kind of retelling of this hook line that keeps you interested. And in a lot of ways, it feels like Hack Sign, the anime and the manga series. It kind of has that whole comic booky kind of virtual reality feel to it. But at the same time, it feels like you're reading... It reminds me of, I want to say, GTO, The Great Teacher Onizuka. It reminds me of that plotline-wise, but at the same time, it reminds me of Hack Sign, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Now, there is a lot of 18+ content. There's a lot of gay sex that happens in this. Now, this is an independently published yaoi, so it's copyrighted by Shin and June, and it is an online yaoi. Awesome. But when you ordered their hard copy, it comes with some goodies. Now, you get a keychain. This one, I don't exactly remember who the character is, but I think it's Abel. I think the character that we're getting is Abel, or no, it's Luca, because Luca's the one that's wearing glasses. Now, the keychain comes with each volume. You get a different keychain for each volume, and then one volume you get pins, and the other volume you get a mirror. In the first one, I got a mirror, and the mirror shows a piece of cover art, which is of Hope. I believe it's Hope. But it could also be Kaz. It's hard for me to judge that because, I mean, there isn't much detail and I've only known the characters for 2 seconds. And then you also get a big print, or I think this is a 3x8 maybe, print of Kaz and Hope, or it's Alice and Hope. It could be either one of those. But it's a very Alice in Wonderland kind of looking-esque picture where they're cross-dressing. Very pretty. The quality is very, very nice. I do like the way they handle doing their yaois because it is relatively expensive. I think it's 15 to 16 bucks for this, and it wouldn't seem really overly worth it by itself. But I do love it. The story is a great hook, line, and sinker. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 to be quite blunt. The only reason it's not 5 out of 5 is the fact that there are a few kind of grammatical things in it that don't make sense syntax-wise. If you're just reading it for just, like, when I speed read it, it made more sense to me than when I went back and reread it, so I knew what I was talking about for this video. And when I reread it, I caught all of the syntax problems, and I caught along the misusage of words, but it's translated from into English, so that's something to bear in mind. It's still a great read. It's still amazing, and it may just be me having a complete brain hiccup while I'm reading it, but I'm pretty sure there were some issues. loved it nonetheless. Absolutely amazing. I highly encourage you to check it out. I'll have the link for this down below where you can buy it and where you can read it online. So if you guys have questions or comments, shoot them down below. Give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe, it means tons to me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Do you like what you see? Then... subscribe!